What's up, guys? It is Chase here, and today we are going to be starting a new series on my channel. I'm a little late, but we're going to be doing this every
A
Friday.
good day.
So, let's start off with the gold vendor. So, Amber Shields. Um, I actually don't recommend getting this set. It's pretty decent on a heavy attack DK or a flame crow, but again, like usually if you're a heavy attack build, you would want to focus damage, not health and armor, because you already got survivability. Ring of Mortal Knowledge. Okay, so I mean, this one doesn't seem like a bad set either, but I would typically use this in as a support build. This isn't really good in PvP. Undaunted Infiltrator. Okay, if you have a solo light or a heavy attack build, this might be good, but it's completely useless in PvP because it says heavy attacks and light attacks against monsters. Vampire Lord, this is like the weakest set in the game. I don't care what anyone says about Vampire Lord. Honestly, if you waste 125k gold or 225k alliance points on this, I'm sorry for you because it only really gives you one piece for the set, and this set is completely useless because honestly, if you're not a vampire, then it doesn't do anything. And if you are a vampire, then it makes you weaker. Alright, here's a Scourge Harvester monster set shoulders. This one is actually pretty decent on a PvE tank as far as survivability goes. Okay, like if you run this on a Warden tank with four pieces, Jolting Arms, Sea Serpent's Coil, and Iron Blood on a PvE tank, you'll be very survivable. You won't give much of anything to the group, but in my opinion, I would rather have a tank that is survivable and gives nothing to the group than to have one that gives the group every buff in the game and dies within a few hits. Because that's literally the definition of a tank is survivability. Okay, this one again, I would skip this. So I would say the only one up here that's actually worth buying as far as the PvP and PvE goes is probably this one. This one's okay. I don't think it's worth 200k alliance points, but it's all right. All right. Oh, was going the wrong way. stairs. Alright, now we're gonna go to our next vendor, which is actually not in the Infinite Archive. We're gonna go to the Scalarium real quick. How did the Infinite Archive last?
Chroniclers in the Mages Guild have apologized.
Okay, so he has an Empower script off balance, which is pretty decent if you're a heavy attack build. I may actually buy that right now. Is a healing. Trauma, class mastery, and thief swiftness. Okay. I think the only two ones on here that are decent are Empower and Off Balance. And those are for a heavy attack build. But most of the time, if you're on a heavy attack build, you're going to be running Oaken Soul anyways. So I would skip this too, unless you're planning on using that new mythic that comes out with subclassing in June. I forget what it's called, but it's the one that increases your heavy attack damage by 50%. Then you can use that Empower script. Otherwise, it's not really too good. Because a lot of heavy attack builds are running Oaken Soul anyways. And as an Oaken Soul build, you already have Empower at all times. And I also looked through the banner bearer, and like, because I'm running Oaken Soul on this build, but I'm also running banner bearer. The only buff it can possibly give you that is not part of Oaken Soul is Minor Resolve. So if you're getting banner bearer on an Oaken Soul build, then put a Minor Resolve script on it. Otherwise, you're just wasting it. Because Oaken Soul gives you major resolve, not minor. Alright, so now this. Okay. So this lead and this one. I think I would actually skip these two because these are really easy to get. I'm pretty sure this one just comes from a world boss, if I'm not mistaken, so you can just camp there. And then this one is just for a mount. Alright, so Shadowrend, shoulder. It's kind of ugly. I don't think it's worth 15k archival fortunes. Same with all these furnishings. I mean, this one, maybe. Just because I like the design on it. Like with those diamonds. I think that's cool. Okay, an evasion script. Don't really need. Magicka Steel, again, you don't need that because you can apply a Magicka Steel for free. You just get a Destruction Staff, and you get weakness to elements. There's a morph for this called Drain Elements. I think that's what it's called, and
You
it
see
will apply the same buff, and it doesn't cost anything. So that one's better. Generate ultimate. Okay. This is actually really really good for that healer build that I'm working on right now. Spoiler for the next patch, I will be working on a healer, and I'm actually going to post it on my channel, but this is one of the scripts I'm going to be using for it. I don't know if I already have one or not. Let's find out. But yeah, if you want to make a healer that's really like that has really good heals and gives the group tons of ultimate, I would say to get that. And this mythic. You would also need a heroism script for that build. Yep, I already have one of those. Good. Okay, let me find it. It's for the restoration staff skill. You will need the generate ultimate. You're okay. Where is it? You need Sage's Remedy. And heroism.
I hope you don't.
So if you want to make a healer that gives the group tons of ultimate, just buy this. Like just buy this ahead of time. And in June, I'm on PlayStation, so on June 18th, I will be posting my healer build. Or maybe a little bit later, it just depends because he's only level 10 right now and like cuz I just made him, but I promise as soon as both his CP and the update 46 are available, I will be posting that build. So if you want to get a really good healer that gives the group tons of ultimate, then stay tuned. Alright, up next we got Imperial City.
No, dear.
I just get lost in here. I don't really come in here too often. I usually go to Cyrodiil. Judgment of Akatosh. This this is not worth no 100k Telvar. Same with this set. Okay, so I would say this lead would actually be worth it. This one, no, not at all. This one's really easy to get because I got this lead within about 20 minutes of farming. This one took me a couple days, so I would say to farm this lead. I already have both of these mythics, but I like this one more, to be honest. I don't like the fact that you can't block. I'm not going to preview these sets because they do the same thing as the necklaces, because it's the same set. Yeah, Minor Force is a bit iffy because there's a lot of things in this game that can give you Minor Force. Like the Velothi Amulet, there's Oaken Soul. But if you want it, it's really up to you. I'd say it's worth it. Okay, Flame Damage. This is worth it. I'm actually gonna buy that one right now. Because that is one of the better DPS ones to have. But people have been selling it for like 800k to 5 mil in guild traders. So I would say if you and it's also really rare to get, so if you want a really good DPS, that is worth getting. Hands down, that I feel like that is the only thing in that vendor that's actually worth getting. Now I gotta find the banker. I suck at finding my way around Imperial City, to be honest, because I'm more of a Cyrodiil guy. Come on, I need my banker. Only let me pull out my personal banker.
You're...
This is all.
So yeah, I would actually buy this right now. This is worth it. This one is a little bit iffy. Yeah, I wouldn't get this one. Okay, so there you have it. The weekly vendors. I'm gonna be starting a new series on this, which will be every Friday. I would do it every Monday because that's when they reset. But the gold vendor in Cyrodiil is not available on those days. It's only available on Friday and Saturday. So yeah, every Friday I will be doing this. Just so that way I can give you the gold vendor results too. Alright, I'll see you later.